Love reveals itself not just in grand gestures, but in the quiet, unguarded moments. And no place strips us of our masks more than the bedroom. Here, we are not our job titles, our ambitions, or the personas we wear in public. We are raw, vulnerable, real. For men especially, this space can be paradoxical. On the surface, it may seem purely physical, but if you look deeper, you'll find that for a man who is truly in love, what happens in bed becomes a mirror of the soul. And that's exactly what Carl Jung, the Swiss psychologist and pioneer of analytical psychology, believed, that love is not just a feeling, but a powerful integration of the conscious and unconscious self. And nowhere is this process more visible than in how a man behaves when he is both emotionally and physically close to the woman he loves. This video isn't about superficial signs. It's about subtle, emotional truths, things a man may not even realize he's doing, but which reveal the depth of his connection. So if you've ever wondered, is he here for me or just for the moment? Pay close attention, because these four behaviors don't appear when a man is just having fun. They show up only when he's truly, deeply in love. Let's begin. 1. He holds you afterwards, and it's not about sex, but emotional safety. When physical intimacy ends, what happens next tells you everything. A man who's only there for pleasure might roll over, check his phone, or fall asleep. But a man who's emotionally invested does something else entirely. He pulls you close, he holds you, he stays present. And this holding is different. It's not lustful. There's no tension in his body, no sense of what's next. It's a quiet moment of stillness, where his only need is connection. In Jungian terms, this signals something profound, the awakening of the anima, the inner feminine part of a man's unconscious. It's not just a cuddle. It's a moment where his emotional walls drop, and he allows himself to feel, not just physically, but spiritually. He's not trying to impress you. He's not trying to seduce you. He's simply being with you. And here's what makes it even more beautiful. He doesn't hold you because he thinks you need comfort. He holds you because he needs that closeness too. Because being close to you makes him feel safe, whole, and real in a way the outside world never can. This is not weakness. This is mature masculinity, the kind Jung described as a man integrating love, presence, and emotion into his full identity. So if he lingers in the silence, wraps you in his arms without expectation, and you feel more seen than ever, that's not just love. That's soul-level attachment. 2. He becomes soft in his strength, emotionally open, yet grounded. One of the most misunderstood things about men is this. We often confuse emotional openness with weakness. But when a man is truly in love, something subtle but extraordinary happens in bed. He allows his emotional armor to fall without losing his center. You'll see it in his eyes, how they don't just look at you, but into you. You'll hear it in his voice. Softer, slower, less guarded. And you'll feel it in the way he touches you, not with urgency, but with reverence. Almost like he's discovering you again and again, not just as a body, but as a universe of feeling. According to Carl Jung, this is a sign of individuation, the process where a man integrates the strength of his outer masculine persona with the vulnerability of his inner world. He's not afraid to let you see his flaws, insecurities, or fears. He might even say things he's never said before, about his past, about what scares him, about how deeply he feels for you. And here's the paradox. In that softness, he's never been stronger. Because it takes immense courage to be emotionally naked, to let someone in without pretending to be more than you are. This is the kind of man who won't just protect your body, he'll protect your heart. And not by hiding his own, but by opening it. So if you've ever seen a man lie next to you and suddenly become more human, more tender, more honest, more real than ever before. Know this: you're witnessing emotional intimacy at its peak, not just passion, but love in its most authentic form. 3. He synchronizes with you, physically, emotionally, even spiritually. In casual relationships, intimacy is often a performance. Each person stuck in their own mind, chasing pleasure, ticking boxes. But when a man is truly in love, something changes. He begins to synchronize with you. Your breathing, your rhythm, your energy. He's not just doing what he wants. He's tuning into what you need, what you feel, what you desire, often without words. This isn't just romantic. It's psychological resonance. Jung would say that when two people truly connect, they form a shared field of consciousness, something deeper than thoughts, deeper than biology. And in that space, sex is no longer just physical. It becomes spiritual alignment. Two souls in harmony, two hearts in unspoken dialogue. You'll notice it in how he slows down when you do, how he instinctively knows when to pause, when to hold, when to simply look into your eyes and just be. You'll feel like time disappears, like you're both floating in something sacred. This kind of synchronicity can't be faked. It only happens when a man truly sees you as more than a partner, when he sees you as a part of his inner life, his emotional home, his sacred mirror. And in that moment, he's not performing. He's communing with you, with love, with something timeless. 4. He doesn't chase climax. He chases connection. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, many men are conditioned to treat intimacy like a goal, a race to the finish, a conquest. But a man who is truly in love, he moves differently. He's not driven by the end, but by the experience. He's not chasing climax. He's chasing connection. With every breath, every pause, every glance, he's asking, are we here together? Are we feeling the same storm, the same silence? He slows down, not because he's holding back, but because he's savoring the moment. He's not trying to impress you. He's not trying to prove anything. He just wants to feel everything, fully, deeply, honestly, and what's more, he wants you to feel everything too. Your pleasure becomes his devotion, not a performance, but an offering. He listens not just to your words, but to the tremble in your breath, the tension in your hands, the stillness in your body. He follows your rhythm like a musician following a melody, not to lead, not to dominate, but to create something beautiful together. When a man is truly in love, intimacy is not about escape. It's about arrival, arriving fully in the presence of someone who matters more than the moment itself. This is what love looks like when no one is watching. What happens in bed when a man truly loves you? He reveals not just his desire, but his truth. In his silence, there's safety. In his gaze, there's gravity. In his touch, there's a sacred kind of reverence. He is no longer trying to impress. He is simply trying to be real. With you, for you, because of you. And that kind of love, the kind that melts away performance, ego, fear, that is the love that changes you. Not just for a night, but for a lifetime. Because once you've been held like this, not just by arms, but by presence, you can never again settle for less. So the next time you wonder whether he truly loves you, don't just ask what he says. Ask how he shows up when the world goes quiet, when the lights are low and the masks are gone. Because in that space, the truth speaks the loudest.